How do you? Such confidence. There must be light shining brighter somewhere. There's got to be birds flying higher in a sky more blue. If I can dream of a better land where all of my brothers walk hand in hand, tell me why, why can't my dream come true? There must be peace and understanding sometime. Strong winds of promise that will blow away all the fears and the fears. If I can dream of a warmer sun where hope keeps shining on everyone, tell me why, why won't that sun, why won't that sun reappear? We're lost in a cloud, too much rain. We're trapped in a world with too much pain. But as long as a man has the strength to dream, he can redeem his soul and fly. Deep in my heart, there's a trembling question. Still I'm sure that the answer will come somehow. Out in the dark, there's a beckoning candle. And while I can think, while I can talk, while I can stand, while I can walk, tell me why, oh why, oh why, oh why, oh why can't my dream come true? Yeah, there must be lights burning brighter somewhere. There's got to be birds flying higher in a sky more blue. If I can dream of a better land where all of my brothers walk hand in hand, tell me why, oh why can't my dream come true? I was the King from the Comeback Special. Many years ago, he had just stopped making movies, got that suit, and he was going to do, he was starting to get into the 60s. That's what I read for the first time. And he had that kid, he had a young kid write that song for him because he wanted to say something. I think he got that idea from the Beatles. And I think they got that idea from Bob Dylan. But that's just some shit I was hearing around the bar. Conservative Christian, right-wing Republican, straight white American male, the gay-bashing, black-fearing, war-fighting, tree-killing, regional leaders of sales, shirt-tucking, frat housing, cake-tapping, backslapping, hater of hippies like me, a tree-hugging, peace-loving, pot-smoking, porn-watching, lazy-ass hippies like me. Tree-hugging, peace-loving, pro-choicing, gay-wedding, widespread panic-digging hippies like me. Skin color blinded, conspiracy minded protesters of corporate greed. We who have nothing and most likely will until we all end up locked up in jails by conservative Christian, right-wing Republican, straight white American male. Diamonds and dogs, boys and girls are living together in two separate worlds, following leaders up mountains of shame, looking for someone to blame. I know who I like to blame. Conservative Christian, right-wing Republican, straight white American males, soul-saving, flag-waving, rush-loving, lamp-paving, personal friends to the quails. Remember, the quails quite diligently working so hard to keep the free reigns as democracy. From tree-hugging, peace-loving, pot-smoking, porn-watching, lazy-ass hippies like me. Diamonds and dogs, boys and girls, living together in two separate worlds, following leaders up mountains of shame, looking for someone to blame. Well, I know who I like to blame. Oh, yes, yes. Speaking to the duality, I'll blame Pepsi and Burger King. They say 3% of people use 5 to 6% of their brain. 97% use just 3% of it, and then the rest of it gonna go down the drain. Well, I never know which one I am, but I bet you my last dime. 99% think we're 3%, 100% of the time. They say 60% of all the world's statistics are made up right there on the spot. 82.4% of people believe them, whether those are even accurate statistics or not. I don't know what you believe, but I do know there's no doubt I'll need another double shot of something 90 proof. I've got too much to think about, too much to think about, too much to figure out. Stuck between hope and doubt, Lord, too much to think about. They say 60% of everything you learn in college is bullshit you're not gonna need. 83.6% of everything you bought that probably just to satisfy your greed, because you know that 90% of the world's population is just going to link your possessions to your success, even though 98% of the wealthiest 1% of this population drinks to an alarming excess. More money, more stress, I guess, is too much to think about, too much to figure out. Stuck between hope and doubt, Lord, it's too much to think about. Look out. They say 70% of all statisticians truly hate their fucking job. 88% of bank robbers live within, say, 20 miles of the bank that they rob. There's this little bank, it's not so far from here. I've been watching that now for a while. Seems like lately all that I can think about is how bad I want to go out in style. Too much to think about, too much to figure out. Stuck between hope and doubt, Lord, it's too much to think about. All right, Lord, it's too much to think about. Ooh, too much to think about. Oh, Yeah, from the little 5 Points area of East Nashville's big purple building. Coming to you live, sweeping the country like a brand new broom. It's what it is. Your Sunday departure and distraction from your doom. This neighborhood used to have Billy the Kid in it. Started the outlaw movement. Thank you. That was fucking funny. Guy Clark Towns lived over here. Gillian Welch came over here in the early 2000s and bought that studio over there. Mike Grimes bought that bar over there that is now the Three Crow. And Skip Blitz took over that bar down there, just sat at it and ran sound. It's now called something else, but it was the radio. And between those three people, this neighborhood in the early 2000s, I think Ryan Adams came over here and made a record. Doug Lancio, who's here with us today, moved over here and made Patty Griffin records and John Hyatt records. And everybody started singing. Well, you know, I think this has always been where people come when they first get here. It's a cheaper part of town. Watching TV just made me mad. Too many people treating people too bad. There ain't no hope. My old lady, she's sure gonna be mad. Just spent the last $60 that we had on bad dope. East Nashville skyline, crossing over to a state of mind, leaving all my troubles way behind. That old Cumberland River, East Nashville skyline, discount cigarettes, liquor, and wine. Anywhere, anytime we deliver. I'm still mad about the slow bar. I guess that's just the way things are. Something good comes along, then it's gone. It's kinda like the Phoenix radio. We used to listen, then where did it go? It went off of the air so that more counting crows could come home. Why didn't I say that? The East Nashville skyline, crossing over to a state of mind, leaving all my trouble way behind. That old Cumberland River, East Nashville skyline, discount cigarettes, liquor, and wine. Anywhere, anytime we deliver. Somebody light an incense just a minute ago. Did someone? It smells like it. Well, do it then. Crossing the river, we play our songs. We're probably right to say that we were all wrong back in those days. So much for money, so much for big. Who needs the headache? There is always a gig at the cafe. The Radio Cafe, East Nashville skyline, crossing over to a state of mind, leaving all my trouble way behind. That old Cumberland River, East Nashville skyline, discount cigarettes, liquor, and wine. Anywhere, anytime we deliver. Ooh. Man, I made that up and put it on. I was recording it for the record that had the name of it, but then by the time we were done with the record, I didn't think the song, the last bit, I didn't have it. I had something else, but we had already tracked it, and then so I didn't put it on the record, but then years later, when old boy wanted to put out B-sides, I finished the words and went and put it on there, so now it has a version. There's some info. Do you have that song I was going to do, or is this thing working? No? Oh, what key is this in? All right, so I've been playing this song by my friend Mark Marchetti. I'm not going to do that. I mean, I guess I could. Let's start with that. This will be like a story. Many years ago, I tell people, I've told you already, but I was at an open mic, or maybe I didn't. I was at the open mic, and Mark Marchetti got up at the Daily Planet, and he sang a song called Cain's Not Able. And I tapped him on the shoulder, and I said, man, I love that song. And he said, don't ever touch me. Never touch me, man. If you like, and I just thought, immediately liked him. And we started hanging out, and he'd had a song recorded by Gail Davies at the time. And we just became troubadour and buddies, man. Everybody, troubadours usually have a kind of a bumming partner, and me and Mark have been that way on and off forever. And this is this song. I've always wanted to record his, and I felt self-conscious about it because the narrator goes to Vietnam. I'm not afraid to do a lot as a narrator. I've mugged people as a narrator, but man, I went to Vietnam kind of thing. That's a lot to say, especially if there's people out there that did. So, but lately I've been singing this as if I'm Mark, and Mark wrote this. Even also, if you're saying you went to Vietnam, maybe you ought to have. But that's not always the case. There's good songs where guys say where they were in Vietnam and they weren't. But this one is by a guy that was there. He went over there with his friend Butch Lapino. And years later, he made this song up, and I've been singing it lately. Butch and I were friends, we grew up together. Anything that I could do, Butch could do it better. Shipped out of high school back in 1970. I never had it all that bad. Butch was airborne infantry. Well, I hit along my valley, killing time and getting back. Butch was in the highlands, learning how to stay alive. Staring into the silence that was screaming in his soul, with barbed wire around his heart. But when he went out on patrol, nobody wants to hear it anymore. I guess old soldiers, they just ain't worth fighting for. From the California jungle to the California shore, from the West Virginia jungle to the California shore, they're still prisoners. Oh, sorry about that, Mom. We came back home, I had to move away, but Butchie stayed behind, said he had to stay. He lived down by the river, well guarded and alone, shooting nightmares in the darkness, never really coming home. Nobody wants to hear it anymore. I guess old soldiers just ain't worth fighting for. But from the West Virginia jungles to the California shore, they're still prisoners of war. They're still prisoners of war. They're still prisoners of war. I'll tell you what, that Butch too, grew marijuana in West Virginia. The word I fucked up. And first time our group ever played, me and Will and the Joes went up and did Mountain Stage, and Mark came with us. And his buddy showed up with some of that weed. And if you listen to our first Mountain Stage, but, I mean, we're good, but hot dog. So, man, that made me think, you know, Mark and I got into a big gambling argument a couple of times, but he's probably as close friend as I've ever had. I love you. I don't know if I've ever been sorry about that, but yeah, anyway. Anyway, so Mark and I came up here, a couple of songwriters, and he met, I'm thinking if I should tell that story or not, he met Peggy Lynn. I saw him, you know, and then they got married, and now that's how I know Loretta. Years later, she was asking her kids who she should make up songs with, and I think that Peggy and Mark threw my name in that hat with a bunch of other people. So when it came to her, I think she thinks, to this day, I think she thinks I'm a lot more known as a singer than I am, thanks to them. But anyway, I got to go out there and make up songs. She has a cabin behind her house, where she keeps her words, and there was a refrigerator in there. And we went out there to work on a song, and she said, go open that refrigerator. And when I opened the refrigerator, legal notepads had to be hundreds of them. I mean, how many would it take to fill a refrigerator to the point where when you opened it, they fell out? That's how many she had. And in fact, can we do that one first? There's a song called Everything It Takes. She said, go see if there's anything in there, right? I said, okay. And she had the beginnings of this thing on a legal pad, the first verse, and I was like, did you ever finish this? And she said, no. And I said, well, this is good. And she said, well, make up some music. And I made up the simplest, music. I wouldn't even call it making up music, you know. And she made up the rest. And then, well, I'll tell you, let me play this for you, and I've kind of got a story in my mind, this is all out. I'll do it in B. I don't think I've ever sung this since that day. I want to say maybe it was in A when... See, I wrote that. That's my contribution. Well, I love you more than she ever will. But the only way she can get a man is steal. Well, I don't know if I should tell you this or not. She's got everything it takes to take everything you've got. And when she takes you, she'll take everything that I've got too. She's had a million old flames, so to you, you're nothing new. She's cold as ice, you still think she's hot. She's got everything it takes to take everything you've got. she turned you on and then you turned on me. But I'm more of a woman than she will ever be. To me, she ain't nothing. To her, that's a lot. She's got everything it takes to take everything you've got. And when she takes you, she take everything I got too. She's had a million old flame, so to her you're nothing new. She's cold as ice, but you still think she's hot. She's got everything it takes to take everything you've got. She's got everything it takes to take everything you've got. Man, I really like that. And you know, I might have helped out too. I'm the one who came up with that. I'm more of a woman than she'll ever be. No, I didn't write that part. I don't think I said any words. But you know, if you look at that, it's on her latest record, and I learned a lot. We made up 2 or 3 songs. Maybe I'll do one later, but one thing she was always saying was to take the poetry out. I feel like I got a lesson from her, you know. I like to think that. And she said, take the poetry out. That's what Billy Joe Shaver says too. And I don't ever understand poetry, so I get I get it. I can't play it, I don't know it, but a couple of years ago, I was out at the Cash Cabin, and John Carter gave me some words that his dad wrote, and that's a song I got to make up with him, which leads me to this song. That song's called Big Hearted Girl, and I'm hoping I'm going to record it someday. But I've been getting to hang out there. I live out there. Met John Carter when Loretta sang that song. And then I've told this story on here a few times. But I had this notion that there was a song for me out there, and I'd been hanging out there. And we were shrooming out there one time, and I asked John Carter, I was telling him I thought there was a song out there. And he told me a story about his father and Loretta that I thought, well, that may be the song. So we sat down and just tried to get all the poetry out of it. And here it goes. John Carter told me he saw her outside of his window dancing alone one night. He got a feeling like she was dancing with his father. And when he asked her, she told me he was right. Said when Loretta Lynn goes dancing with the ghost of Johnny Cash, Father Time take forever to make it look like destiny lightning flash. Violin boy and 2 fiddle, 2 iconic cymbal crash. When Loretta Lynn go dancing with the ghost of Johnny Cash. They call her coal miner's daughter. Man in black was what they call him. She come from old Butcher Holler. You could hear a train coming around the bend. When Loretta Lynn go dancing with the ghost of Johnny Cash. Father Time take forever to make it look like less than lightning flash. Violin boy and 2 fiddles, 2 iconic cymbals crash. When Loretta Lynn goes dancing with the ghost of Johnny Cash. Like his song into the ether, like his soul came to light. John Carter, he told me he saw her. She was out there dancing again the very next night. Like, glue on my string. When the red line goes dancing with the ghost of Johnny Cash, Father Time take forever to make it look like less than a lightning flash. Violin boy and two fiddle, two iconic cymbals crash. When the red line goes dancing with the ghost of Johnny Cash, with the ghost of Johnny Cash, with the ghost. Yeah, all right. I got my own thing going now. Man, that's got me thinking about that led me and John Carter to hanging out a lot and started recording out there. That's the new thing we got going. And I remember Johnny Cash's closest buddy was Cowboy Jack Clement. And I'd always known that. And I'd met him a few times before he passed. He'd come over here. He played a house party over there once that freaked people out. Because he wrote, he wrote a lot of big songs, but he was the engineer on all that Sun Record stuff. When Jerry Lee Lewis put the thumbtacks on the piano, that was his idea. Let's stick thumbtacks on there. And they make them like that now, Cowboy Jack moved up here and started a place called the Cowboy Arms and Spa Hotel. And about when I was still living in East Nashville, his house had burned down, and there was an article in the paper about how this songwriter named Marshall Chapman, who lives close to him, had walked down, the house was burning down, and the fire department was squirting the water on it, and Cowboy Jack was standing there watching it. And Marshall said she didn't know what to say, so she just stood next to him, and they stood there in quiet watching, and eventually he turned to her and said, "Want to buy a house?" And I thought, that's him in a lot of ways. I didn't know him well enough to say that, but that's what I've heard people say. And he had a book of rules that got handed down from Johnny Cash that are still used to this day. There's a Cowboy Jack's rules about how to, some of them are that there's nothing wrong with a waltz if you play it right. It only takes 3 minutes to cut a #1 song. Some of the stuff I use in this song. And also, before I recorded this, the first verse I made up, I had this going for years before we got out to the cabin, and I was like, yeah, maybe I'll finish that song about his buddy. But the first verse was, Marshall, it's not what it looks like, he said without so much as sweating a bead. Selling a house you were watching burn down would take great balls of fire indeed. There ain't nothing wrong with a waltz just as long as everyone's playing it right. Read all about it in a pretty cold time. No, a comet ever burned half as bright. Oh, Cowboy Jack, I guarantee, sharp as a tack on a piano key. This town will never be the same now that it's gone. In spite of what all of these experts may say, these experts, they're oftentimes wrong. It shouldn't take more than 2 or 3 minutes to record your #1 song. Sharp as a tack on the piano key. Old cowboy Jack, now believe you me, this town never be the same now that he's gone. No, but there's still a little bit of a shaking going on. Yeah, there's still a little bit of a shaking. There's still a little bit of shaking going on. Elizabeth Cook got a new record. Varga Price got a new record. Jason Isbell got a new record. There's still a little bit of shaking going on. Yeah, why don't you haul off and love me one more time? Why don't you kiss me until I'm going blind? Man. What can we do? Don't tempt me. Yeah. So then I had this. All I had was pretty much well, you know, I was going to do that other song I got to make up with Loretta. And I just love her. You know, sometimes she watches, so she's my girlfriend. I tell people we have had a long-term friends with benefits thing going. And I tell people, and they're like, "You're so full of shit." And then, how do you answer that? Because that's not true. So, don't tempt me, baby. I got a good thing going at home. Too much to lose if I don't leave it alone. Don't tempt me, baby. I got my heart locked out of your mind. I found the key, but I done run out of time. I'm trying to walk out of here, walking the line. Don't tempt me, baby. In the mirror behind the bar, I could see that come on over look that you give to me. A truly flattering, I guarantee. But I'm a smoking for is you must be free. Don't tempt me, baby. I got a ring around my finger, you know. I should have hit it home hours ago. Don't tempt me, baby. I made a promise, it was well understood. But what I couldn't do, what I could. I'm feeling weak and you are looking so good. Don't tempt me, baby. Come on now, big boy, don't you flatter yourself. That man must be showing you something else. I ain't sitting here since 2 o'clock, and anyone can see you're drunk as a rock. Don't tell me, baby, I got a good thing going at home. Too much to lose if I leave it alone. Don't tell me, baby, I got my heart locked out of your mind. I found the key, but I done run out of time. I'm trying to walk out of here, walking the line. Don't tell me, baby. That lick too. I was the first guy to end songs like that. And then Trey Anastasio started doing it. And now, fucking everyone. That's how they end, almost all the time. Oh, well. All right, so now, This is something. I'm a little stoned again this week. You know, last week it didn't seem to be a problem. How long have I been going? Too long yet? 40. Oh, I'm cooling. I don't know this one. This is the last time, the very last time you're going to break my heart. Unlike the last time, this is the last time you're going to break my heart. Staring down the barrel of a lonesome truth, we never got that far. From the worn out welcome of a wasted youth, I'll see the way we are. This is the last time, the very last time you're going to break my heart. Unlike the last time, this is the last time you're gonna break my heart. I had a dream where you came to see me. You asked if I was okay. That's how I knew that I was dreaming. You asked if I was okay. This is the last time, the very last time you're gonna break my heart. Unlike the last time, this is the last time you're gonna break my heart. So many things that I had hoped for, so many things I feared. It's like tears into a river, the way they all disappear. This is the last time, the very last time you're going to break my heart. Unlike the last time, this is the last time you're going to break my heart. You're going to break my heart. You're going to break my heart. Coming at you like a herd of turtles, live on Big Purple Radio. You got the yodeling stoner coming in both ears, singing to you live and in person. You know I was wanting to say, funky day today. Buckle up, sit good. Jerry died today. The Mansons did their first murder today. We dropped the second big bomb today. Hot day. A lot of people get uptight on this day. Everybody just take it easy. I feel like we got a good vibe going, though. Saged it out. All right, I'm feeling good about it. Oh, we're on Relics. You know, I'll tell you a funny story, though. We do these shows like last week. I don't even totally understand it, but thank you, guys at Relics. Didn't I get to meet the guy who runs the thing? That was a groovy guy. I mean, I love that magazine. I get it in my box. Thank you guys for putting us in there all the time and doing this thing with us. But I had the whole set today, and I showed it to Brian, and he said, I showed him just all this. I showed him the set, and he looked at it and went, we're on Relics. Like, how would you take that? Like, maybe rethink it? He's like, that's pretty good, but today's Relics. And I said, he said, yeah, might want to dig into some of the good shit. And I was like, oh, okay. Then he was like, K-Mag, Yo-Yo, shit like that, Stomp and Holler, Hayes Carl. All right, I'm gonna play a song, man. I just need a break for a second. This is a song I don't play much either. I've been enjoying this because I get this teleconopter and then whatever the yeah, everybody calls it a thing, but I have songs that I like. Most of the songs I have a lot of songs I don't like, but I have also a lot of songs I like that I just don't know that I don't. And this one was hard to memorize for some reason. But it's about a time when I got mugged, but I show up at the very end of the song. And the song is supposed to be about the two guys making this decision, because I found out later they had mugged the guy the night before, and then they did it a couple nights later. For years, I tried to make up this song about how I felt getting mugged. And for some reason, it never came to me. And then one day and one afternoon, I thought, what if I tried to figure out what it was like to be the person who mugged somebody? And that came, I don't know if it's better, but it's probably not as good as it would have been, but it came out a lot easier. And that's mainly what I'm into. I'm not looking for depth or anything like that. So anyway, it came up with this. It's like, imagine this one guy. Oh, it starts off. Some guy said to some other guy behind closed doors, I don't even know how long I've been away anymore, but I know what we're out of and you do too. Look around, we're down to nothing but me and you. We lost everything we stole, everything we had. It's not that bad, though. It's not that bad. We will be buying all our shit back when your cousin gets out. That's only gonna be a couple weeks from now. You know what I'm thinking, 'cause you're thinking it too. Look around, we're down to nothing but me and you. In spite of all of your worry, last night went okay. That man just threw his money up and ran away. Hey, did we get arrested? No, we did not. We didn't shoot anyone, we didn't get shot. We didn't hurt anyone, at least not a lot. And we got what we wanted. Got what we wanted. You're right, I could kill somebody, man. I don't care, but that ain't the way it's going down tonight, I swear. We'll just walk on up to Highland Street, behind the bar, in the back, through the alley where they parked them cars. It'll go down just as easy as it did last night. We'll be back here in an hour, high and out of sight. Oh, did we get arrested? No, we did not. We didn't shoot anyone, we didn't get shot. We didn't hurt anyone, at least not a lot. And we got what we wanted. Got what we wanted. Hey, stand right here beside me, buddy, this is the place. Hold that blue bandana up to cover your face. Yes, it's loaded, but that's only for security. I ain't shooting anyone that isn't shooting at me. Shut up, I think I hear somebody coming, man. Shut up, I think I hear somebody coming. Then I heard one go say, run, man, run. Run, man, run. Run, man, run. Run, man, run. We'll be buying all our shit back when your cousin gets out. That's only gonna be a couple weeks from now. Just run. I figured out that ending off of Trey Anastasio's. I learned that off of a Trey Anastasio record, solo. Oh, darling, hot today. Maybe I'm a little, a little stoneder than I probably should have been this week, but I feel like we're making it. And what time are we at now? Yeah, I want to tell, I've been wanting to tell this one all day because we've been losing, a lot of us have been losing a lot of friends. And I lost a cat this week that I don't know, I would for sure call him my friend, but I didn't talk to him in probably years. Did I have a... Oh, I fucking knocked this out. Another scotch and soda. So a guy named Bobby Barnard, who was 67 when he died, so he was only about 15 years older than me or so. But when he died just this week, and they had a nice article about him in the Houston paper. He ran a place called Sundance Records, and he had another place in Houston. When I was young and like say 20 years old, I saw Jerry Jeff Walker, and I decided I was going to try to do this. And I had 2 of his albums, and I went down to Sundance Records, and over the course of a couple of weeks, I bought all the rest. There was probably 13 or 14 then. And then my girlfriend Paige at the time, she took me. I was starting to hear about this John Prine because some guy was playing me his songs and saying that they were his, and I found out that they weren't his. They were a guy named John Prine. So me and my girlfriend go to see him, and then I started getting all those records. And this guy Bobby Brannon was there with us. He was like, "What's going on?" to this young person. And I was like, I'm getting into these guys. I didn't tell him I was starting to sing yet, but he played a massive role in just personally for me in the music I loved. He explained to me, he was like, I said, what other, I was into Prine and Jerry Jeff, and I said, what else? Is there other stuff like this? And thanks, brother. And he said, well, you might like Guy Clark. And he said he wrote L.A. Freeway. And that's the first time I really got that people would sing other people's songs. And he said, yeah, Guy Clark wrote L.A. Freeway. And so he showed me that record. And then all of a sudden he was like, there's this Billy Joe Shaver, all kinds of. And he was, we got in a routine where I think it happened like 6 or 7 times where I would give him cash. And he'd already have a record. He'd have it in a bag. Like, I had these picked for you, And, oh, man. I have seen him a few times over the years. The big thing, the main one was one time I went in there and he said, man, I found this for you. So I just realized not long ago when they told me he died that he must have found that someplace and just bought it and kept it for me, which I didn't know about records yet, that people collected them like that. It was a used record store. And I came in, he goes, I found something for you. So, and he had saved it, and it was a guy named Keith Sykes. He said, this guy was Jerry Jeff's first protege or running buddy, And this record was called 1, 2, 3. You can't even get it now. And that record, and then I just went to find that guy, Keith Sykes, wherever you are, I love you. And then I'm gonna do this song for Bobby. It makes sense to do, and that's it, man. Godspeed, man. Good run. Bravo. I got a dusty old pile of vinyl records sitting on my floor. I've played each one of them over and over at least a dozen times more. All I got is a beat-up chair, a mattress, a fork, and another to spare in that dusty old pile of records on my floor. I got Willie Whalen, Woody Guthrie, Jimmy Bubba, I Love It, and Bobby Gentry, Jerry Jeff, Bob Dylan, Donnie Fritz, The Dead and the Doors, Patsy Cline, John Prine, and more. I got Jackson Brown, Towns Van Zandt, Zeppelin, Leonard Skinner, Derry Chapin, Guy Clark, and Van Halen. I got Rita, Chris, Keith Sykes, and Country Joe when he was singing with the Fish. I got Emmylou, U2, and Arlo, James Taylor, Jimmy Rogers, Hank Williams, and Mojo Nixon, Hendrix, Haggard, and a whole lot more. In that dusty old pile of vinyl records sitting on my floor. One time in San Francisco, I was standing in the airport line. In one bag I had all my old clothes, the other was all them old records of mine. The lady said I could only bring one bag, and I had 2. Oh, what a drag, I had to jump on the plane and leave all my clothes behind. But I got a Willie Whalen, a Woody Guthrie, Jimmy Bubba, I Love It, and a Bobby Gentry, Jerry Jeff, Bob Dylan, Donnie Fritz, The Dead and the Doors, Patsy Cline, John Prine, and more. I got Jackson Brown, Towns Van Zandt, Zeppelin, Leonard Skinner, Harry Chapin, Guy Clark, and Van Halen, Rita, Chris, Keith Sykes, and Country Joe when he was singing with the Fish. I got Emmylou, U2, and Arlo, Marlowe, James Taylor, Jimmy Rogers, Hank Williams, and Mojo Nixon, Hendrix, Haggard, and a whole lot more. I got all of Booker T's and Tom T. Halls. I got Bobby Bear, Belafonte, and the New York Dolls, Billy Joe, Jimmy Croce, Kiss, Crosby, Stills, and Nash, John June, and Roseanne Cash, Forbert, Fromholtz, Sam and Dave, T-Bird, Yardbird, Stevie Ray, and if you're one of the 10 or 12 people that bought my third album, you might have figured out that I got pals, and I fucking, like, that doesn't rhyme with what I just said. In that dusty old pile of vinyl records sitting on my floor. I left some records off, I spaced them, but Bobby, I love you. That's for you, man. Sundance is gone. Dang, man. I remember though when I left town, I didn't get to talk to him until I went back to his store I got to go do an in-store, they call them. And I remember I was only like 27 when I got there. He was sitting back there looking at me. Like, well, that made me feel good. San Marcos is where they say you cut your teeth if you're a singer. When you're getting used to being one, they call that cutting your teeth. And I did that, I guess, at this place, in that San Marcos town where he lived. I'll send this song out to all his friends and family. Yeah, man, I'm kind of winging it now. It's making me think of living out there. Everybody sings and plays, even like tough guys. Texas, where tough guys cry. Life is too short to worry, life too long to wait. Too short not to love everybody, life too long to hate. I meet a lot of them and they haggle and they finagle all the time, try to save a nickel, maybe make a dime. Well, not me, man. I ain't got no time for it. Old Miss Virgie tended bar. It was a shack out in them hills. It never made her any money, boys, but it sure paid up all of her bills. She must have been 80 years old. Her heart was warm and her beer was cold. As she gave away more than she ever sold, she'd be smiling all the time. I used to sing off in the corner every Friday night to a loud crowd of cowboys, bikers, and barroom fights. They were drinking beer and they were carrying on. Not a one of them had listened to one of my songs. Oh, Miss Virgie, she'd be singing along. She said she knew them all by heart. And then one night, after closing up, she poured me a beer. She said, come over here and sit down, you little shit. I got something that you need to hear. Life ain't easy getting through. Everybody gonna try to make it tough on you. I tell you right now, if you dig what you do, though, they're never gonna get you down. Amen. Life is too short to worry. Life too long to wait. Too short not to love everybody, life too long to hate. Oh, to let meet a lot of men that haggle and finagle all the time, trying to save a nickel, maybe make 10 cents. Not me, oh no siree, baby, I ain't got no time. I ain't seen old Virgie, I guess it's probably been 15 years. I bum around this country, I sing my songs for tips and beers, mostly beers. Now the nights are long and the driving is tough and the hotels are weird and the pay sucks, but I just cannot dig what I do enough. I just can't dig it enough. Life too short to worry. I say life is too long to wait. Too short not to be loving everybody, and oh, it's too long to hate. I meet a lot of men that haggle and finagle all the time, trying to save a nickel, maybe make it down. Not me, no boat, no siree. I ain't got no time to stand on it. Okay, I'll stand on it. Well, you ain't really doing much now. Wait a minute, wait for it. Look out. When I was young, I played this place called the Devil's Backbone Tavern. There was this guy, just a handful of teeth. He was watching all the time, and at the end of the summer, he came up. I thought he was coming up to compliment me, but he was coming up to do the opposite, man. his issue with my songs and stuff was the lack of guitar expertise, you know. So that's when I put this bit in there. It's just really for him. Kind of fucked it up there, but it's a pretty tough lick. I mean, I do it twice in one day. Shit. Sure, life too short to worry, life too long to wait. But too short not to love everybody, life too long to hate. I need a lot of men to haggle for naggle all the time, trying to save and you can maybe make it down. Not me, baby, no serene, no serene. Ain't in it for that, ain't in it for that money, baby. Well, traveling and singing is its own reward. It's been said enough. People burn out on it. In the same song, they say, if you don't feel like singing, if you don't feel like singing, I say don't. You know, my friend Jeff Austin, he was the leader of the On the Mountain String Band for a long time. Then he's just the leader of the Jeff Austin Band. And he is like a conduit of energy for that whole area. And good guy to hang out with. Always in trouble, always troubled. Loved to sing. And then at a certain point he didn't. And I did this song for him. He's gone. He left. It's been a while now, and I talked to him just before, and he wasn't wanting to do a show. He just was burned out, and I remember saying to him, "Just do the show. Come on, you know." But now I wish I had just said, "Hey man, fuck the show," and that's this song. It's called "Hey man, fuck the show." You always knew I understood. You knew I'd say what I said. Had I known it would go the way it would, I would have said this instead. Sail on, my friend. Sail on in to a new horizon. If you can't play that same old song again, I say, sail on. Let's just say you broke a string and we'll raise a toast to your head. You don't have to play or sing for anyone else but yourself. Sail on, my friend. Sail on in to a new horizon. If you can't play that same old song again, I say, sail on. Sail on, sail on, my friend. Sail on into a new horizon. If you can't play that same old song again, I say, sail on. Break a leg in paradise. Save a place for me. I don't know from good advice, so I just see you. But when I see you, sail on, my friend. Sail on into a new horizon. If you can't play that same old song again, I see, sail on. That's called Sail On, I think. It's in G though. Your wing stuff. I forgot. Have I already run out of? You know, I was just thinking this didn't probably take too long, but I was gonna tell that story, and then I thought, you know, my favorite story, and I won't get too far into it because I'm not ready to. I should just think about this. I could do it next week and give it some thought, but my favorite story. Let me think if I can do this. Is about when we won World War II, right? Our America, England. In that decade that we won it, there was a lot of blues records being made here. And after we won it, I mean, this is just stuff I read, so, you know, but like, it would seem that after we won it, there was something that happened with the kids in both countries. It was like there was this, hard to describe, but I mean, everybody acknowledges it. That's the thing that we like so much. That happened then, you know. This kid in Memphis, Tennessee, okay. Well, that's all right, Mom. That's all right with you. That's all right, Mama. Little any way you do. That's all right. That's all right. Well, that's all right now, Mama. Any way you do. My papa, he done told me. My mama done told me too. Boy, that girl you messing with, she ain't no good for you. I said, that's all right. That's all right. That's all right now, Mama, any way you do. That's Elvis's first record, right? Now, some people say the first rock song was Rocket 88. Some people say it was that guy up the middle, one for the money, two, 1, 2, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock rock. Those are, or Rocket 88, those two songs maybe. But that song there where this young boy, I don't know, I'm getting too, I'll tell you that story next week, but I'll tell you this. Well, then I'll just tell you this. This is what it led to, in my opinion. If you think about it, he was talking to a girl, but he was also disagreeing with his mom. You know, this was always my own stoner interpretation. And there was something under there. How long have I been going? I'm gonna end with this. So if you think about it, in a very few short years, from that kid going in there and making that one record, and then there's some people say that there was, he was having a funny response to the way we were responding to being a world power and the world power. I know that's probably a very East Coast NPR thing to be thinking about, a poor kid who was just swinging around, but there's a lot of truth to, in my opinion. And then in very short time, less than a decade, I want to say, or less than 2 of them, in about 14 years, there was a group, the Beatles, of course, y'all know the Beatles, and they loved him. In fact, the song, wow, okay, they loved him, and they were trying to be him and take what he was doing further. That's my opinion, but a lot of people who write about music say the same thing. And then those Beatles, They got a chance to do this thing that everybody was calling silly to begin with. They got a chance to do this thing on TV, which was crazy and new, everywhere, everywhere. And by that time, they had refined that whole, I disagree with you, Mom. And it would, remember they did. Yeah, that's it. That's love, 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 love. Love, love, love. There's nothing you can do that can't be done. There's nothing you can sing that can't be sung. There's nothing you can say, but you can learn how to play this game. It's easy. There's nothing you can make that can't be made. No one you can save that can't be saved. Nothing you can do, but you can learn to be you in time. It's easy. All you need is love. All you need is love. All you need is love. Love, love is all you need. I'll send this out to my sweet soul sister Pamela DeBar, who teaches me all this stuff. Nothing you can know that isn't known. Nothing you can see that isn't shown. There's nowhere you can be that isn't where you're meant to be. It's easy. All you need is love. All you need is love. Everybody. All you need is love. Love. Love is all you need. All together now. All you need is love. Everybody says, all you need is love. All together now. All you need is love. Love. Love is all you need. Love is all you need. Love is all you need. There must be light burning brighter somewhere. Got to be birds flying higher in a sky so blue. If I can dream of a better land where all of my brothers walk hand in hand, tell me why, why can't my dream come true? Thank you for giving us a part of your afternoon, brothers and sisters. Spread the love. Next speedball, way to highway. Needle is broken, ain't no telling on gas. Highway dog plays Russian roulette in and out of the sun under the overpass. Oh, 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 oh. Say only heaven knows, but we turned every last word ever heard on each other over where everybody go. I know, I think, therefore I am, because I am, oh, so I thought I was. When in Rome they say, shoot Roman candles that way, but nobody thinks you're crazy. Passing it back and forth like a 5th of July. I realize I can't tell you what to tell yourself. But if we're still alive, what you thought you wanted, well, you can't deny it, baby. We were something else. Oh, 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 my love. Why on earth they say, only heaven knows, we turn every last word ever heard on each other over wherever it goes. I know a thing before I am because I am both who I thought I was. Encore, okay. I forgot I was gonna send this out. I was gonna send this out to all my friends. Jerry Jeff Walker. What? I was gonna send this, got a letter from a kid. I'm assuming there's a kid. He said he worked for some company as a talent scout. And I was like, they don't have those, I don't bet. And if they do, who scouted you? You sent a letter to a man that's like 55. And then I thought, maybe it's a scout, like they have a thing called, you call a kid a talent, and these kids that are called talents go camping with an older guy who's also sort of a talent, and they're talent scouts. And I thought, I'm not joining that. But then I also just thought, my goodness, talent scout. There's this old story one time of Guy Clark played a song, and instead of saying, I love the song, some guy said to him, that's a great song. And Guy said to the guy, how would you know? That's pretty brutal, but I don't know. Talent isn't the thing I'm going for. Oh, gypsy song, man, yes, sir, you like to hear my song. Well, I beg it for you now, Lord, play it all night long. If the blues are all you see, this song is what you need. I'm a gypsy song, man, passing by. And my whole life is a song, and I'll share it with you now. Picking and singing, I get by somehow. Lord, dime would help me, please. Your smile is all I need. I'm just this old man passing by. Kids come running as I pass by. They all want to see. They said, hey, gypsy song man, play a song for me. A little Django runs around, a little Jesse acts like a clown. I'm a gypsy song man passing by. Got a stage on every corner, I got a hall on every stop. My hat is my dime box, this song is my style. This song is all you need, your song is all such to do. And I believe that day, let me do that one again. Passing by. Got a hall on every corner, stage on every street. My hat is my coin box, this song is what you need. It's just a swap in time, this song is for your dime. And gypsy song man passing by. I can't believe I forgot that. That's my karma for being petty with that kid. So as I leave you now, please remember me this time. I'm the man who sung the songs for your nickels and your dimes. Today you saw me play, cause I stopped along the way. I'm a gypsy song man, passing by. I'm a gypsy song man, yes sir, would you like to hear my song? I'll play it for you now, till I play it all night long. The blues are all you see, your smile is all you need. I'm a gypsy song man, passing by. Yep. take her easy, but take her. Ah. Thank you.
Take 5 and we do